first say thank you for inviting us here tonight. It was a great opportunity for us to highlight some of the activities at last year's build on Egerton Street. How many were able to volunteer on the site? Well, great, thank you. We hope to get the whole room out this year. Kickoff is September the 10th, it's a Saturday, and the groundbreaking is actually next Thursday, August the 4th at 11 o'clock at 578 Highbury Ave. Actually, the neighborhood barbecue was tonight. I was there just before I came here. And
South or north?
Highbury South. There you go. Was that Dave that asked that question? So again, thank you for inviting us here tonight. I wanted to introduce Rhoda Joseph. She's the chair of the Habitat London Youth Project. She's from Western. We have a task force made up of Western students, faculty from different high schools. Actually, we also have Bonnie, who is our representative from Libro, who's on that task force with us. And by the way, thank you for giving her to us. She has been absolutely amazing. Her background is in building as well, so she totally gets us. And there have been a couple of jams she's helped us out with too, so she brings a lot of expertise to our task force. So without further ado, I'll introduce Rhoda.
Good evening, everyone. As Colleen said, my name is Rhoda Joseph, and I am the Habitat London Youth Project Committee Chair. This is Alyssa Craig. She is the Habitat for Humanity UWO President, and beside her is Dan Knight. He is a member of our task force as well. So, first of all, I would like to thank you on all of our behalves for inviting us here this evening. It's been a wonderful opportunity to meet you in person, and now to share with you this past year's achievements and our plans for the next. Without further delay, I'll get started on the presentation. So when you see these words, poverty, threats of homelessness, debilitating rents, anxiety, loneliness, hunger, not too often are words like these associated with Canada or with Canadians. Shockingly, however, over 1.5 million Canadians do not have adequate and affordable housing. 750,000 Canadian families are experiencing these conditions every day. This shows very clearly that homelessness is a pressing issue in Canada. As many of you probably know, on an international scale, Habitat for Humanity's vision is a world where everyone has a safe and a decent place to live. With a home comes a sense of stability, security, confidence, and probably most importantly, hope for a better future. Promoting home ownership as a means to ending the cycle of poverty empowers families to take control over their own futures. Habitat for Humanity London achieves to promote this vision throughout our city by providing affordable housing for low-income families that live in our community. For several years now, Habitat UWO has been working with Habitat London to promote this vision and this mission throughout the Western community and motivate students to take action and address the issues of homelessness. Now, through your very generous funding support, we have the opportunity to take our work to the next level through the Habitat London Youth Project. As some of you may know, the Habitat London Youth Project's main objective is to create a vehicle through which London youth can contribute to their community in a substantive and sustainable manner through the Habitat London Housing Program. Once established, the program will provide the infrastructure that is necessary for youth to raise the required funds to build a Habitat home in London on an annual basis. And youth are involved in every aspect of this program, including fundraising and the building. With successively decreasing amounts of Libro's Community Builder Grant being applied towards the cost of each home over the 3-year period, the Youth of London will need to raise increasing amounts of money every year. And the goal is that by 2013, this project will be sustainable by the Youth of London alone.
All right, so I'm extremely excited to tell you that we accomplished our goal for our first year. So our first youth project home was built, fundraised, everything's done, which was awesome, thanks for your support. So we have some pictures from the groundbreaking ceremony. So this was from the start of the construction site. So there is our family, the Hernandez Herrera family, as well as some members of our club and Habitat London. All right, and even with the weather that you all remember in December, all the snowstorms and everything, we still got the family in their home for New Year's, which was awesome. So this is the family as well as the members from Habitat UWO. All right, so being with the family and seeing this project from start to finish, when it was just a vacant lot to now where the Hernandez Herrera family can call their home, has just been an incredible experience. They were such a great family to work with, and they had such a desire for home ownership. And now the impact that this home has had on them is just great. So here's a quote from Raul and Maria, I'll just read it out. "We just want to thank you for the noble cause and to help us achieve our dream of owning a home. To spend the first winter in our new home has been a wonderful experience. It has changed our lives, our self-esteem, and also strengthened our faith in God, knowing He has human instruments to answer our prayers. Thank you once again." So as you can tell just from that one quote, it has impacted their life so greatly. All right, so even though we've accomplished our first goal, you might be wondering how Habitat UWO fundraised the $25,000 that we were committed to this past year. So this year, we reached out to a lot of clubs and even more students in the Western community than we had any other year. So we did lots of presentations and everything, and one of our greatest contributors was the UWO Dance Force, which actually gave us $10,000 towards this project from their final production. We also had a few other clubs like the Hindu Student Association, the Science Student Council, and a few other clubs that have pledged amounts that will be coming in the new year to pledge to the second youth project home. We also did lots of advocacy on campus as well as fundraising events. So pretty much any holiday, Habitat UWO had a fundraiser on campus. We also did karaoke nights, music nights, and we did lots of advocacy. We even did a picnic built on campus. And we did a couple advocacy events at Masonville Mall throughout the year as well. So that's what led us to the $25,000 and our success.
To our 2011 build, and as you've seen up here, we are launching tonight. This is the first time it's been out in public as far as I know. Our floor plan. Who knew how so many people wanted to be on the toilet? So if you haven't had time yet to do that, please, once we're done and once your presentation is done this evening, please put your stickers on there. So the idea is with this, we have 1,000 squares at $75 each. And that represents the $75,000 we need to build this house. So Libra, with your financial support, will be filling half of this board. So you will see this completely covered before the next project, the build is finished. So we're going to take this with us. We're going to take it to businesses. We're going to take it to schools. We're going to go to youth groups. Anybody that will listen to us, we're going to take this to them. So you'll see $75 can get you one little square. So we'll see lots of different names, 1,000 different names on there. And then the family at the end will get a picture of this and get to keep it as a keepsake. So please make sure you put your little circles on there and don't fight over the toilet.
With this next build, we're really trying to increase awareness in this city. After all, it is a Habitat London youth project. This year we focused primarily on spreading awareness through the Western community, and now we'll be trying to widen that circle of awareness. So we'll be trying to approach high schools, elementary schools. We are now in communication with Fanshawe, with Ivy. So we're really trying to get all of the youth in London engaged in this program because it's a wonderful cause. And it's something very tangible. You see it from the beginning to the end, building this home in our city. It's not something that's miles or half the world away. You can see the impact that it has directly in our community, and we think it's something that all the youth of London should get involved in. So that is our hope for this year. We're also expanding in our social media outlets. We'll be using Facebook and Twitter and our website to follow this board and follow the progress of the home and the construction, so that everyone can see that as we build the home week by week, we're also building this board, which is our mini version of the home. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. I'd like to thank you again for your generosity and your support, and mention that once again you can bring your stickers to the board, and that we have 2x4s up at the front that can be signed for a $2 donation. And these 2x4s will be used in the second Habitat Lend Youth Project home. So your name will be permanently embedded in that home. And so thanks again for your generosity, and without your investment, truly the Habitat Lend Youth Project, it would only be an idea, but instead it's something that's very tangible. It's a home on Egerton Street for now. So thank you very much.